Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list and market talk for the 4th of April, Thursday. We did some nice calls in the service today at Zozo Stockwatch. We called Square over 76.55. Square got up over 76.55 right here and pushed up over 77 on Square. Actually, some folks are still holding Square for a swing trade, holding a partial position. So we had a nice day trade in it, and then they're holding some. So Square holding up in the after hours, holding above this 77 area on SQ. Another nice trade in Facebook today. As you can see, here's the alert on Square. We have a pre-market session each morning. It starts at 8:45 Eastern Time each day. So that was where we talked about Square. Then we talked about Facebook getting up over 175.25. Was kind of a chopping around, and then finally it got up over 175.25, and the stock popped all the way to 178 on Facebook. If you remember yesterday, we had a nice trade in this name also from 169.25. So some folks were holding shares from there yesterday, and they got a super gain on that one. And then there was our entry today on Facebook. All the alerts are called on the microphone and typed in the room. We did try a trade on U.S. Steel today, but we ended up taking a flat on that. Just didn't want to go. Let's see. We also did a trade in Twitter today, TWTR. So Twitter, right? We were watching it. Let me get this out of the way. I'll show you the daily chart on Twitter. So we were watching it. We talked about it on the video last night as it was coming up to that $34 area, trying to get above and hold above the 200 SMA moving average here on Twitter. So we called Twitter over 34.08, and the stock moved up to 34.69, 34.70 for TWTR. That was a nice trade, and we are holding a little bit as a swing trade. So when I have a day trade that gives me a nice cushion and the chart looks good, I try to hold some as a swing trade. So Twitter was a nice day trade. Another one that we traded, SGMO over the 1275 break on SGMO this morning. Actually, one of our members put this one on our watch, and nice teamwork there. We got popped over 1275 right here, and the stock ran up to about $13.34. They did an offering in the after hours. We don't really hold small biotechs for swing trades. Nice intraday trade here though on SGMO. Took a small loss in Cronus Group, about a 15-cent loss on CRON. Just didn't want to go when I was in it, so that was a small loss. But overall, a very good day. Then the afternoon came, and things got very quiet in the afternoon. Let me go ahead and go through the market. So the Dow Jones ended up 39 points. The transports up 17, Nasdaq up 47, S&P 500 plus 6. The market continued its winning streak today. Positive day, but a bit of a reversal day. I'll show you that on the SPY real fast. We were up at this resistance area, 287.75. We kind of clunked up against it a few times during the day, and then towards the afternoon we started to reverse back down. Now we did hold this bottom portion here, 285.75 on the SPY. They bounced it into the close on the SPY, but a little bit of I guess what you want to call it, little buyers got a little tired, I think. We've had a nice run the last few days, ever since we had that Friday where the Dow was down 460 points. Well, we reclaimed all that, right? We're looking at the SPY, but this was that Friday when we had that down day, Armageddon, the world was coming to an end, the market was going to go all the way back down if you watched a lot of the videos on YouTube. But they caught themselves here, turned us back up, got us back above that 280 area, and we've been moving up since. And a little buyer's exhaustion here today. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. It looks like Boeing had some news after the bell tonight. We'll get into that in a moment, but Boeing is moving up. Some news came out from CNBC. I'll show you that in a second. So they're popping Boeing. We actually got a trade in the after hours tonight on Boeing. Let me go ahead and show you that news. I'll find it in the trade exchange for you here. So it was from CEO Justin Boeing CEO, and test pilots flew in the 737 MAX with updated software. The company says the update worked as designed and the pilots landed safely, and that coming from CNBC. So that news coming in the after hours. Nice alert there by the trade exchange news service. So we caught this one coming up over 390 on played it small, not going to play it too big, and got a couple of points out of Boeing in the after hours here on this news and pop up. After the bell tonight, we did get some news that came out, this courtesy of the trade exchange news service. So AVEO doing an offering in the after hours tonight. That stock pushing down in the after hours. AVEO an offering there. SGMO also doing an offering. That stock moving down. NSPR announced a public offering on NSPR. That stock also flashing down, moving down in the after hours tonight. Let's see, what else do we have that came out after bells? Really wasn't much earnings after the bell at all. Lowe's prices 3 billion notes offering, PSTI offering with warrants on PSTI. So that stock is moving down in the after hours tonight. What else? QTT pricing of upsized follow-on public offering for QTT. And then some more news coming out here on Boeing. FAA, NASA, international regulators form joint task force for Boeing 737 MAX. That also coming from CNBC. So that's some of your news, courtesy of the Trade Exchange news service, audio news throughout the day. The VIX got a little bit of buying. The volatility index up 2.84%, has a 13 handle on it on the VIX, so a little bit of a pop in the VIX today. SMH was strong again. SMH was up over 2% for the day. Robo, the automation ETF, that was climbing almost 1.5% for the day. JNUG got a little bit of buying. Gold got a little bit of buying, and KWEB was up, both of those up over 1% on the day. To the downside today, oils took a little bit of a pause today. The OIH down 1.5%. The marijuana ETF down 1% on the day for the MJ marijuana ETF, coming down to the 50 SMA on the MJ ETF. We held it back here. We're right there at that blue moving average. You see, that's the 50 SMA. So we're testing that again on the MJ. Let's go ahead and look at some of the sector performance for today. So the XLB, the materials were up a little bit today, 1.33%. XBI was up 1% on the day. XLK, the sector, technology sector, was up a little under 1% on the day. Let's bring that heat map into the shot. This courtesy of FinViz, their heat map for the day. You could see Amazon was up a little bit. Google, Facebook ended up the day down fractionally. Microsoft was up. Kind of a mixed close here for the bank. Some were up, some were down. We had what was it? SunTrust Bank's down a quarter of a point. Bank America down a little bit. MasterCard was down a little bit. We got, as you can see, a lot of red in the oils today. So some profit taking going on in the oils, with oil been moving up for the last few weeks. Apple was up fractionally today. UNH in the healthcare sector up 0.5%. Philip Morris down five. Sorry. Altria Group. I always forget that name change, but Altria Group down almost 5%. And then we had Philip Morris also down 2.5% on the day. STZ Constellation Brands was up 1.5%. They have earnings coming out tomorrow morning. Constellation Brands, their earnings come out Thursday morning. Before the bell. And then as far as economic information, pretty straightforward for Thursday on the 4th. We get some Fed speak in the afternoon. We have also the initial jobless claims coming out at 8:30, 7:30 in the morning. We get the Challenger job cut report. All leading up to Friday is the big day, 8:30, the employment report for Friday the 5th. That comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. RWLK is doing an offering. That news just came out from the trade exchange. I won't bring over the news box, but RWLK moving down a little bit. They're doing an offering. That news just came out about 5 minutes ago. Let's go and get into the watch list for tomorrow. I won't keep you too long. ACHV holding up okay on the daily. Would like to see a little more volume come into this thing. We had a peak high over here of 355. Maybe if we get up over that 355 spot on ACHV, we are kind of angling up here, holding above the 200 SMA, so that one will be on watch. AMBA looks interesting. AMBA kind of making that curl back up. We've been holding the 20 SMA on AMBA. Needs to get up over this $45 area on that one. Amrin holding up okay. Amrin trying to get up over this 2065 area for Amrin. Small name, any. Nice close on this one. Volume today, about 785,000 shares. Still below that $3 area. Still below the 200 SMA on ANY, but perking up a little bit here on any. So we'll watch it. AQB had a nice strong close today. AQB has that $3 area also up ahead. Volume on this one over 900,000 shares for AQB. CLSN, a nice strong candle trying to get up over the 200 SMA. Maybe we get some kind of a little bit of a pullback. If not, if this thing can continue up over $2.50. Volume today 621,000 shares. Strong close. Let's see, moving up a little bit in the after hours at $2.46. Derm. Flagging here after that big move up. Still has that $14 area. It needs to get above 1405, 1410 on DERM, and looks like it's battling to hold that 13 spot on that name. Keep it on watch. A lot of 5G talk today from Verizon. The CEO from Verizon was on CNBC, so I saw INSG popping up. If this thing can get up over $5 and maybe 10 cents or so, it's right here at the blue moving average on INSG. The high today was 510, so if it can get up over the highs, maybe this one starts to turn back up. It's trying to curl and move back up. IOVA, a big move up, big volume, 4.5 million shares. This one has that $12 number up ahead. Big strong candle today. Let's check it in the after hours. Currently at 11.75. So watch, for that $12 break or maybe a red to green move, a reversal move in IOVA. Mara, full disclosure, we have a swing trade going on in Mara, but it still looks good. Bitcoin has been moving up lately. Let me see. Let me bring over the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin currently trading and holding above 5,000 now today and at the moment on Bitcoin. So like I said, maybe Mara wants to give a continuation move tomorrow. Closed up nicely and moved up in the after hours. Like I said, we're in a swing trade on this one. We also had a swing trade in Riot, but I sold it off the other day because they had earnings. I didn't want to hold through the earnings. But Riot closed strong today and moving up in the after hours. So keep this one on your watch. It looks like 525 could be a number it needs to get up over. Got up to 537. So keep this Riot on watch for tomorrow. Run, a solar name, starting to turn back up, getting above the 20 and the 50 and the 10 and a bunch of moving averages. The fast moving averages here held that $14 area. Has $15 up ahead on RUN. Volume today, 1 million shares. SELB. This one had a strong close on SELB. We got as high on this name, and we are below the 100 SMA still. 320 is the 100 SMA. The high on this name today was 288. So maybe 290 gets this thing going on SELB. Nice push into the close. Square will be back on watch for Square. Full disclosure, some members are swing trading some of this Square as it's starting to turn up. By the way, Square is a Bitcoin play also, Square, so keep that on your watch. SRNE, nice reversal here. Strong stock, pulls back to the 20 SMA, turning it back up, has that 450 area up ahead on SRNE. Right now in the after hours, it's just under that 450 area, so this will be on watch. SWCH, this one has the 11 spot on it. All right, so switch, they have those data farms, so keep an eye on this one if it can clear that 1103 spot on that name. TERP, nice strong move today. I'll have it on watch. Let's see, volume today, 946,000 shares on TERP. Now it's made a big move. I don't know if it clears this 1420 spot. Maybe we get a quick intraday trade on it. Not in love with that one. TEUM starting to turn back up. Strong stock pulling back to the 20 SMA, getting back above the fast moving averages. Has that $5 area that it's trying to get above and hold above. Got as high as around 505 today on TEUM. So keep an eye on that one. Very had a nice strong close on VERI, popping it up to about $7, pulling back a little bit in the after hours, but a nice strong candle here. Volume 1.7 million on Very today, so keep an eye on that. YRIV, now full disclosure, we do have a swing trade going on in YRIV. So right around 80 cents for this one. So we've taken some money off the table on this name, but a nice push up to about $1.30 in the after hours. That'll be on watch to see if it wants to keep moving. And lastly, Ziop. This one had a nice move up to about 450. It pulled back, didn't pull back that far, back down to about 375. As you can see, starting to turn back up, holding above the 10 and the 5 EMA. Has that 425 spot up ahead on ZIOP. It had a big run, hasn't pulled back all that much. So Ziop, this one will be on watch for tomorrow. All right, everybody, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. If you'd like to try my service, it's $30 for 30 days, your first month with us. It's $1 per day. Please hit the like, the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell if you'd like to be notified when we do a video. And please let me know you're out there. Hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, it helps me on YouTube. All right, everybody, have a good night. Good day trading. Tomorrow is Thursday. We don't do videos on Thursday, so we'll be back with videos on Sunday. Have a great day and great weekend.